baby. You chair VTuber.
The Revelations by
oh,
Iron
God.
Mouse and many other.
I'll show you
His
the
video was loud.
I'll show you the googly eyes.
No, you keep a winky to yourself. Let's see. I wouldn't look too much into all of them. All have drama about them. That's not really drama. More like Randy's going wee over stupid stuff. You lost me at wee. Wow. Okay. Oh, the Vshojos are crazy. Yes, they go woof woof. Oh my gosh. Look at all the bots on Kick. Bots on Kick, bots on Twitch. I don't rarely see bots on YouTube, but that's for sure.
Well, YouTube's better at taking bots off of YouTube.
But I like the bots. They're cute.
Bots get banned.
No, I consider bots my baby boos. I'll just ignore the drama and watch whoever I like.
Alright.
Like a Mickey.
I'm back.
Like a Mimi. Like a Moo.
What'd I miss?
Like a Moomy.
YouTube intro?
Kabooty. Oh yeah, we didn't even do that. Hi, I'm the goddess Nazca. Welcome, my baby boos. I'm here with Chucker Man reacting to...
Legal Mindset gets into the Vshojo drama, and this is the first video he released on Tuesday. For the record, we're doing this on Sunday, so...
Cause you don't only have the weekends off. What are you doing?
Of the talents at Vshojo may very well end that VTubing company. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney, and this is Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. This is an insane saga that really, it even peaks perhaps what is going down and what went down last year with Doki Bird and with Niji Sanji, insofar as this is looking like it will end this VTubing company, Vshojo.
And here we thought Niji Sanji was the evil one.
Oh wait, that was another one?
Niji Sanji, like, told they treated a town that tried to Minecraft themselves like shit.
The Moo?
There's a town that tried to Minecraft themselves.
You're gonna Minecraft for the Minecraft.
Like Doki Bird, and they treat her like shit for it.
Wait, a town?
Talent.
Oh, talent. God, your wording sucks. Silvervale played the Harry Potter game and people went off. Lovely.
Oh, yeah, that's another video.
Dude, I'm actually trying to reach out to Nux to do a collab with him. I wonder how much hate I'd get. I doubt he'd even respond because you can't really get a hold of him outside of, I guess, a YouTube message on a video.
Completely, and because we're seeing a massive pool of talent that is looking to exodus from that company. Now, just understand this is a Fast Facts pre-recorded video, but I recorded this after listening to Case on stream where she was interviewing with the Japanese quote-unquote branch, we'll talk about that, CEO. So we're going to go through all the facts today and really stick to the legal analysis. If you want to see the full version where I'm doing playing more video, I play all of Iron Mouse's video and I play some other stuff as well. You check out my live version, but this is the abbreviated version for those that want to get just down to the facts. And of course, I've got a PowerPoint. So
PowerPoint!
Case,
oh my God, PowerPoint!
You used to love PowerPoint.
I love PowerPoint. I miss PowerPoint.
I think you can still get it.
Obviously, it all started with the
and
mouse.
It has fucking
and
duties.
There are two clear things that she dropped in her message that are legally relevant. First,
trying to sound mean. You're too small for people to care about. Yeah. I know. It doesn't mean I can't try.
Hey, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
She has not been paid wages, so she's owed back wages. She's not been paid for a long time. And these payments that she's owed are in delinquency. They've been owed to her for a long time. She hasn't been paid. And this is something that has been mirrored by other talents. We now have talents such as Kason coming out and saying, I have not been paid for a long time. In fact, I believe she said September of last year.
Now, to my opinion, I don't know what their mindset is. I personally, if I worked at my job and they're 2 weeks behind on my paycheck, I'm throwing a shift fit. And on the third week, I'm quitting and calling a lawyer.
Yeah.
But if you're 10 months behind on your payments,
Yeah, no, that's isn't that shit like illegal? Wouldn't you be able to sue them for?
He'll get into
okay,
it.
Okay. I like under people more. Less stress. Meow.
I take all her money.
Very long time.
I take all your money. Spent.
Yes, you do.
Without payments,
Oh, yeah,
which
you
is
gotta give me 100
severe,
moves.
which is
I'll give you 100
significant.
moves.
When do you take out my 100 moves?
I'll get you 100 moves.
Give me my 100 moves for convention fund. Not pay for work mean no work.
Yeah.
Boom. That means slave labor at that point.
Yeah, no. I like I said, that would have been like by October. I wouldn't call in a lawyer and then
Yeah.
said this contract's null and void.
Yeah, total amount of money I heard they owe is 11
Mill.
Wish. It should have gone to 10 months.
Oh yeah, you want to tell them about the or?
I was thinking we could do a post on that.
Okay.
But we will after stream's over. I'll write a post on what my my VTube creator person's name. If you guys want to check them out and junk. She also does my emojis and not my my video thingies. Those are done by 2 different people. Also. Okay, so we hadn't heard from the person we commissioned your VTuber since June 20th, right?
Yep.
Do you think that we officially got scammed and we should go ahead and after we get back from convention to try to recommission
Yep.
someone, our normal VTube model person?
Well, I paid $400 for a sketch.
You paid $400 for a sketch, and we have no fucking way to refund this $400. You should file a ticket. How? It was just through PayPal. The whole thing was just through PayPal.
Yeah.
It was a fucking
So there is an extended period of time with which people have not paid out to the talents. That's a massive problem in and of itself. But the other
Can't
great
even get a
problem,
hold
the problem
of
that can
them.
have huge criminal liability, is the potential fraud related to the charity, related to
You
the
never,
Immune Deficiency
get
Foundation
your
that Iron Mouse has always been so
promised,
vocal for
item.
because it's the
Yeah.
Okay, so, like, how long does that go for? Because when did we purchase this V2 model?
May. I have to look at. I gotta look at my message. I think it was back in May.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yellow.
Yellow.
What's yellow for? Hello.
Hello.
Yellow. Oh,
cause that
yellow.
represents research that
Yeah.
would help people
Yeah.
like her and
We're
give them a
dumb.
brighter future and
Taco
hope.
Man
And it really was
VTuber
something
is
that
out there somewhere.
It's with the Epstein list.
Oh, you were one of the victims of it.
she was so invested in, and they decided to take $500,000 and not pay that out to charity. Whatever they
Yeah,
did
that's
with
the
that,
main
it was
thing that
not
started all
paid to
this.
charity, and that is a
Yeah.
massive issue, and
Check
that's an
my
issue that can see
models.
people behind
God,
bars. That
yes.
can have criminal penalties. Absolutely. Once again, these are our allegations at this point, but based on the number of talents speaking up, based on the number of talents that have removed the Vshojo branding,
All
we
of them.
have to, at this point, assume there is some sort of substance behind these allegations. Of course, they are going to have to fight these out. They are going to have to prove this in court or prove this through the regulatory process. However, at this point, going forward and through the scope of this video, understand that I am taking the allegations as credible. For whatever argument you may make of they're not proven yet, whatever, I understand you, but we're going to take them as credible for the
So this is
purpose of
basically a
this
thought
analysis.
experiment he's doing.
So let's continue here.
Ah.
So we had obviously Iron Mouse speak up, and then we had K-San get on with the
This is the
JP
Japanese
CEO.
CEO.
Now this was
Oh.
very enlightening.
The cat thing or the
No, this is the lady who hadn't gotten paid in 10 months.
Oh.
And actually gives us more
That's not a cat. That's a rat.
of
Apparently,
the business side of what is going on at Vshojo. It's very
You'll
clear
get into it.
from this that
I don't wanna
Vshojo
spoil
is
it.
in financial hot water, that they were not profitable. And whatever the distinction was between JP and US, it's very important to note that there was no official legal distinction. That is an internal distinction, the same as a department, for example, saying HR or whatever else, right? Or janitorial staff. It's an internal distinction. It still fell under the control and is the legal responsibility of the headquarters in San Francisco. So the JP branch, as much as that might be a certain amount of talents that was managed by this quote unquote CEO.
The CMO had a Sonichu medallion.
Oh, that's in the last video.
This proves the Sonichu curse is real.
I'm gonna make a Sonic medallion cryptocurrency and see what happens. I might crap.
You don't even know how to make a cryptocurrency. What the fuck you talking about?
Was not distinguished financially. So those funds that were coming in were being slushed together. So whatever profit JP was making was not offsetting clearly the losses they were taking on the U.S. side or with Europe.
Another one that can help you make the chuckle. No. We should have just been smart and did the same, asked the same person we did my model.
Yeah.
To do truckers, but no, we thought we'd talk to some random person who popped up on our on one of our streams. It's like, hey, take a look at my art, blah 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 blah, and then it's like, oh, this looks cool. Hey, this sketch right here that you did looks really cool. That could be a good idea for what Trucker Man could look like. And then just started talking to him, and it's like, okay, sure, I'll buy the model from you. Off of fucking X, which was retarded of me. Never buy anything off of X, Facebook, if it doesn't have a freaking website thing like eBay, Amazon, Etsy, VGen. If it's nothing like that, don't do it.
Even Disney knows not to steal from kids. The kids.
Another soul devoured by the medallion.
Vshojo
Will trucker have a truck? Well, he's gonna have a trucker hat.
Yeah. Anyway.
There are other talents. So as a whole, it seems they were in financial dire straits. Now, one big thing that was brought up during this was that the staff was paid and not the talent. There is a very important reason for that, which we're going to get into, which is all of the talents are designated, and this is for almost all VTubing companies. I have not seen one contract, and I've reviewed all of them, including the Vshojo contract, Niji Sanji, Hololive, Vector, all the greatest hits from big to small, Face Connect. I've seen all of them. I haven't seen a single contract that has said these people are employees. We consider them employees. They all try to make them independent contractors.
So wait. Are they trying to do some like loophole BS there?
Yeah. Because technically they're independent contractors, not employees. And he's going to get into it, but...
That's fucking scummy as shit.
Here's the more scummy part. When you go into, like, say, a bankruptcy, you don't have to pay the independent contractors. If there's no money left.
Oh my...
That's why they haven't been paying them. Because they probably knew they were going under, and they were... He'll get into it.
My goodness.
Yeah, when Silvervale Nanners left, they signed the rights away.
I saw the signs right there.
Victim of some
one blue.
But the reason why they pay staff is because they're salary employees. Legally, you have to pay a waged employee. Mm-hmm. You cannot pay out not.
That's very important. Because when it comes to fighting wages and paying wages, you have to pay employees under labor law, whether it's U.S. law, Japanese law, really all around the world. You've got to pay out those wages. When it comes to independent contractors, well, you can shaft them, and then they've got to come and sue you or bring an action against you or a claim against you to try to get those back. It puts a massive burden on them to claim those amounts of money. Now, I have, since the Niji Sanji...
Is this a case not reading a contract before signing, or...?
Well, legally, they did their... Now, my question I have for a lawyer, after 2 months and I can pay under my contract, isn't my contract voided at that point? I can just... Any NDA I sign, I can just start talking shit? Because they make them say sign a lot of NDAs.
Huh. Oh wait, the stuff was even not paid. Staff was even not paid to. Oh boy, CEO is gonna be sued like crazy. No. They did pay the staff, right?
According to them, that's what they did. Because that's unless
Oh.
they didn't shorted a couple of staff members.
Mm.
So, moment, drop them.
So Foxy forming, and the moment Mouse dropped the video, the prophecy had been fulfilled. Sheesh. I started be the boss, cuss on talent first, my buns.
Oh yeah, that was their slogan.
Oh, talent first, my buns.
Crisis.
So
Been screaming
where's
from
the
the top of the
money
hills
at?
that
Where's the money, Lebowski?
Where's the money?
Shithead!
this is BS. And I'll put some money in the swear jar for that one.
Thanks,
These people
constantly.
are employees. Whether you consider them full-time or
boost.
part-time employees, they are under the control and authority of these VTubing companies. Now, I understand that there was a lot more anonymity at Vshojo than other companies, but you might consider them in that case more like a part-time employee than a full-time employee that's completely controlled by the company. And in that case, they would still be owed wages under a normal analysis. And mind you, just because a contract says that you are an independent contractor does not mean that a particular state or country might not look at the situation.
Oh, you want to play the game? Where is Vshojo based out of? Because they're based in the U.S. Take what state they're based in.
Oh, I know this one. It's California.
The-
That's always California.
No, here's the best part. California is one of those states you don't fuck around business-wise.
Oh.
So it's like, oh no, the state I hate the most is going after some shitty people I don't like. Who do I root for?
Vshojo become what's that word there?
You should become out. Or I cannot read that either. I'm an idiot.
Ouroboros. Oh. The seagull monster own people in the total of millions of dollars.
Supposedly Vshojo's like $11 million in debt.
What the fuck are they doing?
We're getting into it. We're kind of
Croatia
jumping
might
around.
not look at all the
Pools
factors.
of
and say,
pudding.
under our law, we're going to consider.
Knox's theory is they're spending a lot of their monies on Lexus and Mercedes and not the cars.
Oh.
That's the one theory that's been floating around.
Epstein list.
And a lot of sugar booger
Oh, prostitutes.
off the Lexus and Mercedes.
Imagine if it was in Texas. No, not Texas.
Consider them an employee. It's very important. And I do think
That's a
in the
rumor,
VTubing
by the way,
industry
going
forward,
around.
this is a massive lesson that all VTubing talent should be considered employees. They should push for being employees. They should say, no,
spent all of the money on gotchas.
They got real life gotchas.
And the NDA is not void unless requested by the court. But considering how Gun Run blew 11 mil, he might not have money to pursue legal action against the VTubers, as he is broke. Also, charity fraud. He's ran. Of course, this is why we can't have nice things.
I'm an employee if I'm going to work for your company because you need to pay me and you need to be liable if you do not pay me. And I don't think the Japanese CEO, listening to him, is the villain here. He's clearly not at the top of the rung. He's not the CEO or CFO or COO or CTO. He's at a lower rung of responsibility. He certainly cannot make shots for the entire company. That was not his responsibility. And certainly, by the way, none of the talents are liable for this.
From what it sounds like, the Japanese, like this guy, he's just a manager. He had no control over finances.
Huh?
So he just managed the JP side of Vshojo.
Oh, so okay. So the Japanese Vshojo is good, but the American one fucked up everything.
Well, technically the Japanese is under the American umbrella.
Oh no.
So they're gonna get fucked over too.
Oh, but they were the good ones though, right?
They were just managers, is all they were. They had no control over anything.
They weren't profiting off this, right?
Right.
This is something where they are.
The fan above me might fall on me. What? Yeah, I heard it. Be careful of your fans.
And they do deserve your support and your appreciation. And I will say this about all of them: Iron Mouse, Kason, Henya, everybody, Michi Bushivi, everybody. They do deserve your support and love in this time, and also your understanding that they can't say the things that I can say because they're under a different level of scrutiny. Now, I do hope with some legal maneuvers, they can find
the surface level villain. Vshojo were the real villains.
Finally speak up, and we're going to talk about that today in the way they may be able to speak up. But right now, understand and be patient with them. They need.
Vshojo was like, who's the main bad guy from Full Metal Alchemist? You know, the leader.
The main bad guy. A Full Metal Alchemist?
The leader of the company, of the country, who...
You're talking... Oh, okay. You're talking about, God, he's either Wrath or he's Pride, depending on the version.
Yeah. That's Vshojo, essentially.
God, why can't I remember his name? Führer Bradley.
Führer Bradley. Yeah, Vshojo's Führer Bradley. They looked good on surface. They did all the nice things till they couldn't anymore.
To work with their lawyers in their jurisdiction or in perhaps California, which is a jurisdiction for Vshojo, where I think is
not it was possible to pay the Jap talent according to the Jap CEO. Just wanted to say hi. Good baby. Good night. Huggy, smoochy, smoochy. Thank you for saying hi. Have a good night's sleep. Bye.
Very ripe to bring suits and claims, etc. They need to work with their own lawyers to get this done. So be patient with them to get to that point where they will be able to speak. I got
a feeling we're going to know all the facts for another 5 years. This is going to take years. These lawsuits take forever to do.
Right.
And then if there's federal investigations, you got another on top of that.
They're never going to see their money.
This is going to be a shit show. It's
believe
never gonna end.
That time is going to come sooner than later. So let's continue with this. The best quote I think from this is "Talent first, my ass." That was probably the best K-Song quote.
Vshojo was on the list,
and I love K-Song.
That's where the money's
Definitely
at.
Talent.
So they started in November of 2020, which.
That's
important thing here is that Vshojo is an American company. Now we've covered Niji Sanji, we've covered
San Francisco,
big
California.
Japanese corporations. And one issue.
Wait, isn't it on fire?
Or under an inch of poop.
With those corporations is they're Japanese, and if the talent is American or Canadian or
less than 5 years,
really non-Japanese at all, it's
not even 5 years. Well, no, not even 5 years.
4 and something.
Really, really difficult to come at those companies.
It lasts long and
This is not the problem for Vshojo. Vshojo is an American company, and they're an American company headquartered in one of the states with the most strong consumer protections out there, or strong worker protections, employee protections.
They fucked up.
He also, he's making a good point. Yeah, they're in the don't fuck around state of California when it comes to business.
That are very, very broad out there in all the United States. So this is a massive difference. And especially since many of the talents, particularly Iron Mouse, being a American citizen, right? Puerto Rico, still a citizen of the United States, and still able to...
Yeah, Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States. You're an American citizen of Puerto Rico.
Bring claims, fully able to bring claims in California court, particularly related to labor. This is something where it is ripe for conflict, ripe for either a lawsuit, criminal filings, regulatory filings, because they are in America. And this is why I say they are sunk. This is why I say this is not an Niji Sanji situation. This is not an any color. This is not a Hololive situation, whatever else. And in those situations, with Niji Sanji, I told everybody, hey, when Doki Bird went down, this is not going to be the end of Niji Sanji by any stretch. Same thing when there's bumps in the road with Hololive.
Oh yeah, Doki Bird.
Gura leaves. It's not.
Wait, was Doki Bird the first issue? Oh wait, that was Niji
Sanji. That was a year and a half ago. That felt like that was 20 years ago, but that was a year and a half ago.
Niji Sanji's gone, isn't it?
No, they're still around. They're just not doing as well as they are on the English side. Yeah, Vshojo is the American company. Niji Sanji and Hololive are in Japan. Has different labor laws.
Oh.
Going to be the end of Hololive. However, this
Can't
will
run
be
away
the end
and
of Vshojo.
hide.
This is very, very much going
He
to tank
showed
them
what
because
he
of this
looked
and because
like
of their financial
online.
situation.
Ooh.
And mind you, I will point out one other thing. They were founded in 2020. And what was happening in 2020, and I say this as a corporate attorney who was
COVID.
previously working in a law firm related to issuing bonds that were used by governments and corporations, and then working in-house and seeing a lot of borrowing and corporate debt. During that period of time, corporations were borrowing at insanely low rates. They were drunk on debt and drunk on almost free money that was under the cost of inflation. So hell, why not? Let's just borrow as much as possible. So I have no doubt that they were highly leveraged going into this, and they were highly hyped up coming off of the kind of everybody's on the internet during COVID era.
I have no idea what those are, but please correct me. Phrase connect needs to have higher. Who's that? What's that?
It's another VTuber group. I think Pippa is part of Phase Connect.
Huh.
And thinking that was going to continue forever. And their financial projections were perhaps unrealistic given the fact that that was a temporary period of time that was over, and there was definitely bumps in the VTuber market as a whole as people no longer had to be online all the time. And so, yes, the VTuber market did not grow as it was projected to grow based on 2020 numbers, or based on 2020.
So basically they got into debt right out the gate, and they were probably playing the shell game for a while.
Well, they did start their company during the worst time, I feel.
Actually, it was probably the best time because they're an online-based company and people were locked in their house. Now, when COVID came to an end, people actually went out and started touching grass again.
And that's when it fell.
2019 numbers, etc. So I think this number of the founding is actually relevant, and the fact that they are a relatively new company and they're private. So once again, we don't have a lot of the disclosures that we required of a public company. But let's talk about the contract. So I have seen a Vshojo contract. Now, in full disclosure, it was based on a previous contract. It is not anyone active. So it's an older contract. So they may have changed things in the contract. So I'm
based on previous review of a Vshojo contract, not anyone active does contain certain NDA and confidentiality privileges.
You know, he's probably going to read all that.
Well, I'm doing it because I want to. Does attempt to frame VTubers as non-employees, independent contractors.
Basing it on what I said. However, I don't think they've changed certain things. Number one, they do have certain NDA and confidentiality provisions based on that. I don't think they would have deleted that. I don't think they would have removed that. Those are in the contract. The other most important thing is it does frame them as independent contractors, as non-employees. So that is a super important factor, that they are not called employees, because when you are an employee, you get the protection of labor laws. You get the protection of regulation. All of those things don't necessarily apply to independent contractors. Now, different states handle this differently. Different countries handle this differently. Yeah. If anywhere in the United States is going to handle this differently, it's probably California, which is going to look at that and say, "Oh no, these were really employees. These really weren't independent contractors."
Yeah, California's done that a few times. They've taken people on paper were independent contractors and made them employees for legal reasons.
Oh, so they done screwed up?
Yeah, the ones, it's like, I don't know how I feel. It's like, I hate Vshojo now, but I hate California. Who do I root for in this situation?
Well, in this specific situation, we're rooting for the state of California with their
I think Nux is one of the who said the contract too. Oh yeah, Nux has probably been beating himself to death this whole week.
Because of the what?
Because he was the one screwed over by Vshojo.
Oh yeah, because of that one random BS thing.
And he's probably looking like Quagmire after he found internet porn.
He's beating it off so good. I'm back when I miss. Oh, talking about Nux and Vshojo.
So I think that doesn't exclude it, but it is important for the intent here, because the intent was always to shaft them out of payment, was always to not pay them. So let's continue.
Right.
So labor law, we're going to talk
Vindication.
about this
That's
real
what
quick.
you've been screaming.
Contracts that can't prevent unpaid wage claims or reporting of criminal activity. Process gathering documentation, witnesses, report to labor commissioner, medication. That's his medication. What's his medication?
Mitigation. I don't know.
Medication. If medications fail, civil lawsuit, 3 years. Stay treating me.
Let's let him read it.
This is about
He doesn't
the
read
claims
it
for
down.
unpaid
Limitations
wages.
in
And once
California.
again, a very important factor here is California, particularly if you're going to file it there, which is where Vshojo is headquartered, they don't have any restrictions as to resident.
Everyone, I'm trying to learn how to read.
Meditation.
Mediation.
It's a legal term.
Mediation. Oh,
That's why I could not be a lawyer.
You can't read. The school.
I can't talk half the time.
School failed us.
residency status or et cetera. So you can file a labor claim there. Even the people that are part of the corporation that are non-American might have a potential, if they consult with their attorney, to file claims in California in some way, shape, or fashion. Once again, I do believe all the girls that I've heard of, particularly Iron Mouse, have competent lawyers, and they should listen to their lawyers. Obviously, listen to their lawyers over anything I say. This is more education for the public and education for people in general. But I do believe there's a possibility for them to make claims in California.
Next is like Danny DeVito has a asshole, but he doesn't touch kids. Okay.
Oh, God.
California, and that would be huge for them. That would open the door to so much. So even if you have a contract, that's not going to prevent you from claiming, hey, you need to pay me these wages, right? Or reporting criminal activity. So reporting, hey, they didn't give this money to charity, and we knew it. And we saw it, we knew it, we have testimony, we'll be witnesses against this. We'll go to the federal or state criminal cases for these people.
Point there, gather documentation and witnesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Media.
Mediation. The unaccompanied between two levels of management done by the middle person. I'm learning today. Hey.
They can still testify to that. There's nothing stopping them. The NDA is not going to stop them. Nothing is preventing them from reporting that crime. In fact, if they try to retaliate for that, Vshojo would be punished. You cannot try to retaliate against someone.
Mediation.
Your brain is melting.
Vote the sound.
This thing of the thing of the googly eyes on Trump's penis.
You'll never get me to read proper.
It's like a Cheeto.
I refuse.
For reporting.
Question: is it like it would be like a puff Cheeto or a regular Cheeto?
It was a worm.
That's not okay anywhere in the U.S. and in most countries in general. So the process for this would be to gather documentation and witnesses, which they're probably doing right now. Their lawyers, particularly Iron Mouse, is probably gathering a lot of documentation, getting witnesses together, and then you'd report it to the labor commissioner. In this case, probably the labor commissioner of California. And after that, there's a required mediation. Now, this
mediation,
might be why they're saying wait. Why Iron Mouse said in her video, hey, we need to get to a certain part of the legal process.
I smell burning.
It might be because they want to go to that mediation, see if they can get a settlement.
It's only one.
See if Vshojo can make this right.
Oh, there's a question. I got a question. Hey, question. On the South Park, is the twist going to be something in discussion and it controlling the White House?
I think that's where they're going with. I thought they were going to do it during the episode.
The what?
The South Park, where some saying it's actually Trump.
Oh, okay.
Your brain is like, I see smoke coming out the top. You're a great English speaking teacher.
I like Peggy Hill. I like Peggy Hill for English.
Otherwise, if that fails, there's going to be a civil lawsuit. They can bring a civil lawsuit. In which case, we'd all get that information. It'd be public information. We'd be able to talk about it. We'd be able to see everything that's going on. It would be a nightmare for them from Vshojo if they aren't already bankrupt, which we'll eventually touch on that topic. So then we got the silencing the mouse, and as well as the other talent. There are laws that prevent retaliation against employees reporting unlawful acts.
I think I know what went wrong with my brain. On the left, there is nothing right, and on the right, there is nothing left. Oh my god, that's amazing.
That's a good one.
You've probably heard of whistleblower protections. That's a whistleblower. Iron Mouse is a whistleblower saying there is something illegal going on.
Oh wait, there was more reading. Laws prevent retaliation against employees.
Her text is showing.
Reporting unlawful acts. California law also prevents NDAs from silencing employees. Whistleblowers' protections also imply filing cannot stop reporting of crime. Yay!
Taking money that's supposed to go to charity, whether that's embezzlement or whatever else, or a fraudulent transfer, like that can be reported, and there's no way you can retaliate against that. Also, there's another California law that's passed that arguably could prevent NDAs from silencing the employees in regards to reporting bad workplace behavior. So saying, hey, we're not being paid, and they took this money from charity. The California law is pretty clear that the NDA cannot stop them from saying that. Now, there are other things that they could argue the NDA could stop them from talking about. Stuff like personal relationships or personal interactions.
Because, Vshojo did commit 2 major crimes, and that's 1, not paying employees and trying to hide it, and 2, not paying for a charity thing.
Shark, are you really...
Cleo. We are else... we?
All 3 of us are losing brain cells.
I'm contagious.
The worm with googly eyes.
The Trump
for now
will go on your brain.
That NDA is not going to silence them from speaking out on what is clearly illegal. Further, aside from whistleblower protections, you can't stop the reporting of crime. I cannot say that enough. Reporting a crime is always permissible, and no NDA in the world can silence you from reporting a crime. That's just the way it is. That's just the facts. So beyond that, let's get into what's going on with criminal liability.
Okay, is this one of the major dude?
Why does he look like Hank from Johnny Smalley?
Really? That's what you're seeing?
Maybe a little.
You're just obsessed with Johnny
and that could fall on the corporation, or that could fall on people like Justin, the gun run Ignacio, the CEO. Once again, depending on his level of culpability and the culpability of the COO, the CTO.
The gun run, huh?
That's his nickname, the gun run.
The gun run. So, where is he running that gun to?
Don't know, but also...
Okay, so this is one of the primary dudes that's taking the
movements?
movements?
This is the main leader of Vshojo. This is the head guy. Also found this out from 2011 to 2018. He was one of the founder and leaders of Twitch.
Hey! We've gone full circle.
It
all makes sense now.
This criminal liability could fall not just on the corporation as a whole, but on these individuals, depending on how complicit they were in this scheme and how much knowledge they had of this. So let's
wait. So this guy was part of the whole Twitch thing before Elon Musk took it. Am I?
You're confusing Twitch and Twitter.
They fucking sound the same. I don't know what. Okay, wait. What's Twitch? Is Twitch the thing we're talking on?
Yeah, Twitch is one of the sites we're on right now, and Nesky Holy Goddess.
Kabug.
But
my brain.
Yeah, fun fact.
I fucking hate how there's so many fucking doody doos.
Asian person with a Mexican sound.
As opposed to a Mexican sounding. I don't like this.
Let's get into the criminal side, shall we? So we've got obviously civil claims.
Okay, Amazon.
This is regarding the $500,000 that was not given to charity.
It's too similar. They're all fucking too similar. Okay. I don't care about social media.
Okay. So
Gonna become the real jail run. Yes. Running into the jail. Okay, hey, we're reading.
Taking
No,
in
no,
God
we're
knows-
reading.
Charity-
Civil claim.
Donors and mouse.
Oh, donors. Wait, what's the mouse? Is that
Iron
Iron
Mouse?
Mouse?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Federal crimes, state crimes.
Was what they did with it.
Yay!
Probably, by the way, my best guess on what they did with this is they are leveraged, and they were used that money to pay their current expenses, and they were over leveraged, so they were hoping to pay them back in the future and make some miracle money and pay them back in the future.
when your business is at a point where, well, if we get miracle money, we'll be fine.
Miracle money.
You're already screwed.
They
There's-
already milked the money tree.
I've seen this a lot on there's this YouTuber I watch called Bright Sun Films. He talks like a lot of companies go bankrupt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a lot of times they get over leveraged and like, oh well, if we get some miracle money and someone buys us out, we'll be fine. And there's so many companies that have gone under because of that.
Oh, okay. Just as the was the previous name of the Twitch that shows how high his
Position was and
dude.
had the app named after him. So it was before Twitch was Twitch. It was JustinTV.com or Justin.tv,
That is a dumb name.
and they switched over to Twitch, which
Future.
before they
and
got
get
bought
everything
up by
right.
Amazon.
They didn't do that.
Why are they called
They
now?
didn't give the money to the
Twitch.
charity. Now that's
Wow.
my once again, it's my speculation about what they did, but based on what Case on stream, which just happened just a couple minutes ago, I stopped watching it. It seems they're in financial trouble.
Justin
And if
TV.
you're in financial trouble, what are you going to do? You're going to take the money and you're going to use it to pay immediate expenses, probably staff, because they needed to pay them or they'd be hit by labor law restrictions.
Okay.
That's why the JP CEO got paid and Kason didn't. So that's what I think they did with that money. Now, if they did that with that money,
This case on.
The VTuber that was on earlier was talking the cat thing.
Oh.
Yeah, she's the one who didn't get paid for 11 months or 10 months.
Oh, I had no idea where her name
there's
was.
three things that can happen here. Civil claims, both by the donors themselves and by Mouse and anybody else who's a big donor who gave money. Federal
Donors,
crimes
okay.
and their state crimes. Let's talk about civil claims.
Wait, he did read
So first
this
of all,
one.
donors can file
what-
suit against Vshojo.
No, I want to
So
read
if
it.
they-
I want to read. Donors can file suits against Vshojo. Misrepresentation, breach of contract, federal
Don't read.
transfer.
Our mouse could be also likely bring a claim. Like she can actually,
likely bring a claim.
which
They
is probably
donated
what
money, or
she's
you
doing.
donated money, you're out
The
there donating
Viking.
money. You might want to just have a chit chat with a lawyer and talk about what you did, how much money you gave. and-
Money, don't hire too many people, and don't start too many expensive projects. Right. Start
There's-
small. So this guy was just way too ambitious and greedy and something.
Sound out the words LOL.
I am sounding them out.
and what's going on with that. And then there's claims, once again, these are different types of civil claims for misrepresentation, breach of contract, fraudulent transfer. Particularly fraudulent transfer is at play here because of the large sum of money, because it's a massive amount of money. Misrepresentation because they misrepresented that money was going to go to the charity and they didn't give it there. And breach of contract because there's an implicit contract. There's a fiduciary duty there to
Fiduciary?
take that money.
What's a fiduciary?
It's
I've
a-
never heard that word before. What is
It's a legal term.
fiduciary?
Google it, damn it.
Fiduciary!
Phone in front of you.
Fiduciary!
And give it to
Fiduciary.
the charity, and they broke that
Fiduciary.
understanding. They broke that agreement. And Iron Mouse could also likely bring a claim as well, because once again, she was part of that. She I'm sure, donated to that as well herself, so she probably has status as a donor.
Look at
But also
love
just
my
to clear
blood.
herself from that and saying, hey, look, this money was supposed to go there. It didn't. Let me put this claim in there to make it very clear that they're doing wrong. So I think Iron Mouse also could back up the donos in that. Let's go to federal crimes. This-
Hey!
Federal crimes, charity
charity fraud, typically
Investigated by
the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, often
partnering with state.
partnering with states.
Attorney General.
Attorney General.
He reads all this out. Just let.
Depending on the.
I'm playing it.
This is the fun one. This is the one where they're going to end up paying the money from behind bars.
Laundering.
Oh, I didn't even think about
False
this.
statements. Federal Trade Commission Act. Okay, what?
I never thought if they wrote that money on their taxes, if they wrote that charity money off on, because you could write charity donations off on your taxes. If they donated that shit and they didn't if they wrote it off and didn't donate it, yeah, the IRS is coming for you.
Huh.
They don't fuck around like that, especially with $500,000.
Oof.
People are going to jail a lot longer than that for a lot less.
Start a corporation and show how to do it right. Hey, this one's for you. Talk about you need to have me watch RIM's video so she can learn about different VTubers. Dude, clip out the words. Clip out the words.
Alright.
Why are you mooing at my name?
Charity fraud is typically investigated by the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. Now, oftentimes they're working in conjunction with the state attorney general. So those working as kind of a team in order to look into all types of charity fraud and really do the investigation. Once again, we are very preliminary. We're at the allegation phase. This would all need to be investigated. We need to see proof. We need to see documents. But the people who get that are the FTC and the state attorney general. And I think the state attorney general of California, which I'm sure many people are going to contact after this, will be very, very interested in hearing this case. $500,000 from an immunodeficiency charity.
How high are you?
That is deplorable.
How high?
Yeah.
How high am I?
Yeah, you don't do drugs. You're just brain dead.
I was brain dead. I am high on anime and video games.
Oh boy, the IRS.
I'm high. That's where all the car fumes came from, the electric car. It's siphoned out from the show into our house.
Oh boy, the IRS is not the enemy you want to have you. Even the Joker doesn't mess with the IRS.
I'll take those drugs, anime, and video games. No.
That's disgusting. And once again,
I want to make one thing clear to anyone watching. I don't do the weedies and the druggies and stuff because I despise the smell of weed. I hate it with a passion. I hate the smell of
try
smoke.
To keep this to,
I have the high blood pressure, so drinking alcohol is not a very common thing for me. I can occasionally, but I don't really care for it. Yeah. So yeah, drugs and me are not a thing. Yeah.
Objective legal analysis, but the scope of this really does give me a righteous indignation with the amount of money that was taken here from a charity.
I'm just insane.
So, depending on the nature of the fraud, a breach of that.
Yes, and apparently watching South Park make me high. I think the South Park is what making me high right now.
Yeah.
Smoke drugs, drink alcohol, I'm pretty clean, straight edge cows.
So, just actually.
Yes, I am. I am naturally stupid. I never claimed to be smart.
Breach of that duty to deliver that money can violate several federal laws. So it can be wire fraud. Wire fraud is one of the easiest ones to get them for. And certainly if they wanted to go down that route, and it is a case where they received the money via the internet, because wire fraud is not just old school wires and telephones, it's the internet. They got them, boys. They got them on that one. Money laundering, potentially, making false statements about where the money would go, misrepresentations. Also, the FTC Act, which involves...
back to this. Yeah.
Dang!
Lontier 56 is now following.
But yeah, they lie.
Hey, the bot helped me figure out how to say a person's name today. Lontier.
But yeah, depending on, wire fraud's the easiest one to get them on if they lied about where the money went.
Okay.
And like you said, IRS is licking their chops right now because they probably get a few of these guys behind bars.
That's good.
It'll probably be
Various-
2030 before we see him behind bars, but
Point.
regulation of money regarding the charities,
Although that's,
all of those things they can be hit with, and they could get real jail time on this. This is
No, I like the smoke of the meats. The smoke of the meats are different than the cigarette and the weedy smokies. Smoky the meats, yum yum.
serious jail time in real prison.
Currently
This is not
watching your
fun,
HD
you know,
reaction.
down under the sun.
Oh, thank
this
you.
is all potential prison
What's
time
HP?
for people at Vshojo. Beyond that, there's state law.
don't
There's
remember.
California Penal Code 503, 501,
Make it be
515.
dumb.
Wait, why am I supposed to moan? No one donated money. That wasn't money donation. You don't get a moan.
yeah, it's
That wasn't
Credit
$5. That
embezzlement.
was a
So,
sub.
assuming that they took the money and they
That was a
embezzled it and they
follow.
use it
That was
elsewise,
a follow-
that's
whatever,
right there.
same
Breach of
thing.
fiduciary duty because they have
You can't make me moan without money.
a duty. They're the trustee of that money
Also
to
the
give it over to
worst.
the charity. That was their
Oh, yeah,
duty,
wire fraud.
fiduciary duty. Anybody who, for example, is holding money for somebody else. So if you gave money to a lawyer and that lawyer is supposed to go pay for real estate and they don't pay for real estate, they pay for, you know, cocaine and whatever else.
Oh, there you go. That's where the money
That's going to be a
went.
huge, massive problem.
See, they're the ones that's doing the drugs.
yeah. And like I said, they bought a lot of Mercedes and Lexuses and not the cars.
Probably both.
So that would be a breach of fiduciary duty.
a lady-
This was a
do a
breach of
Lexus
fiduciary
on a
duty in the
Mercedes.
charity sense. Misleading and deceptive fundraising.
Someone working on a Vshojo, it is okay to post it in the chat after this.
Oh, sure.
You can post whatever you want in my chat. I'm cool.
I think that speaks for itself.
As long as
They
it
said
gets
the
the
money was
OS.
going to go one place, it didn't go
Unless
there.
you got in
Also,
trouble
reporting and
and get us
regulatory
in trouble.
violations. So,
Yeah.
how do they do their taxes? How do they report this? They needed to report this to the government, to the regulatory authorities, saying, "Hey, we donated this money to charity." Did they take a tax write-off for this? Did they write this off on their taxes? Did they make a false
Hookers and
financial
drugs.
report? That's massive. And
I think I'm gonna go make my own amusement park with hookers and drugs. Actually, forget the amusement park.
They made their own VTuber agency with hookers and drugs.
And then this just
Fuck it to the VTuber agency.
Futurama Bender reference. Sorry,
the
I
last
messed it up
one,
so
and
much.
you know, the two things you're afraid of, even the Joker is afraid of, is the IRS. And the tax law
the Joker,
violations,
huh?
both, and the tax law, by the way, is at the state and the federal level. So it's both levels. But tax law is perhaps the most massive place because if they chose to try to take a write-off on this or to falsify their taxes, oh boy, the tax man does not F around. Does not F around. And that's where the people could see very
Taxman's gonna look like the booty warrior. Election, I want you.
Oh, he's gonna be the booty warrior.
You're gonna send the booty warrior from the IRS over to get you.
Yeah.
very serious state consequences. Now, let's talk about the other girls and a little bit
Okay,
about
so
what
there's some
what
of the other
went on with
VTubers that are getting
I
screwed.
think she didn't get paid. I think she left because she didn't get paid. I don't know this one. Kayson's the one that we were just talking about.
She's got a little doo-doo in her hair.
them. Obviously, a lot of them have pulled out of the branding. They've no longer branded themselves as Vshojo. They're going to have talks on this. Obviously, Kayson in a very clear talk. I think Henya's going to talk, and some others are going to have commentary as well, which
Okay.
I may have follow-up video.
Suspecting Hassan is involved. Oh, he's suspecting Hassan is involved with the
All life scandals.
Michi. Which one? Which
Mi-
one?
I think-
Michi was the ex Niji India Liver.
Liver. That's
Lee
I
Shoujo
think this
owns
one's-
money, so the Mexican cartels and the North Koreans. Oh, probably.
Goes on that, but it very much seems like these talents were, especially since Kayson said she was shafted out of wages, that she didn't get paid her wages.
Purple
In
Hair
that
One.
case, I think
with
they need to file
these
claims as well. I think all of the
stitch on-
talents
okay.
need to
Yeah.
consider,
The one with the
particularly in
weird thingy in her
California,
hair.
And
fi-
this,
Also, you shouldn't have said purple-haired. You should have started with purple-haired one because all three of them have purple hair.
light purple.
It's all purple
But that's the stitches. Okay, so
stitches and the weird creature in her hair. The meech.
filing labor law claims. And once they do that, the other thing that's really going to be awesome for them is all those no retaliation clauses apply to them so they can start speaking more. Now they need to talk to their attorneys and make sure this works for them under their situation. Their personal attorney is comfortable with this, but assuming they are, once they do that, once the claim is initiated, they will.
Do you think it'd be better if all of these VTubers that got screwed from Vshojo all came together with this lawsuit, or do you think they need to individually do it?
That's a good question, because maybe they could do a class action lawsuit, but class action lawsuits are kind of hard. Like, they take time, too. And also, like I said, the company just filed bankruptcy, too. That's the other problem. They might not get anything regardless.
That's even worse. Well, what do they do about the charity? Okay, so are they at least looking at jail time? And then who? For the charity fraud part. Ugh. I really hope all the VTubers are doing okay after all of this. They did not deserve any of this happening to them. I hope they manage to get some kind of money, or they have some way of... Because, like, I'm sure maybe some of them had to retire, maybe, completely out of this.
This is always Phil was already filed.
I suppose my suspicion based on Ludwig recent tweet. Huh. Bankruptcy was already filed. I'm not wrong.
Yeah, this is video like
a little bit more.
Was made
now,
Tuesday,
there's another factor
Okay,
here. This applies to Iron Mouse and all the other girls and why they're not going to talk. If you're going to go into a lawsuit situation or you're going to sue, you want to shut up. You want to say
Right.
Yeah, as those the people that Ethan's Klein the suing, they can't keep their damn mouth shut, except for Frogan.
Because it has food in it?
Yeah.
little as possible. Only what you can say or have to say.
No,
so even if these girls can speak technically, or they could say it, and they're not going to get punished under the law, or Vshojo's not
still belong to the VTuber. I know, but if they were screwed out of this much money for this long, I feel like they would need to, unless they're well off currently, I feel like they would need like a second job or something, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because if they've been doing VTubing and this is like their primary job and they haven't been getting paid for it, then they probably had to have some kind of other job.
Frogan's on a stealth mode to avoid papers. How the fuck she go in stealth mode?
not going to be able to sue them for breaching NDA. There may be other good reasons for them not talking. However, that might be able to open up them explaining a little bit more to their audience and giving a little bit more context. And maybe at some point they want to do that. So that's something there. But beyond that, they're owed wages.
That is a serious film. I've been laughing through it.
They need to get paid. They need to get paid the money that they're owed. And I say wages, although wages people usually associate with employees, and payments are usually the independent contractors in terms of the language there. But to me, these people are not just amazing talent.
The best thing to do is in lawsuit situation, don't speak too much about it online. Yeah, it's kind of common sense. Don't talk about stuff that is very important like this.
They need to pray so the people in
jail better out find... Better not, but I'm guessing better not find out they stole money from the kids. Ooh.
Well, this guy and Johnny Smalley...
From sick kids at that.
This guy and Johnny Smalley can serve a jail cell in a few months.
Oh, we want to ship him to Korea?
Yeah, why not?
I just wish I get to experience a Frogan flashbang less often.
They're workers. They're true employees that are dedicating a significant amount of their time, and they are giving some control and authority over to this entity to direct them to do certain things and to take certain actions. And beyond that, the financial arrangement between them is one that I think they could argue, particularly with the restrictiveness of the contract, that set them up as employees. Even further, put Vshojo on the defensive. If all of them file claims in California, labor law claims, it's on Vshojo to prove that they're not employees. So put Vshojo on the defensive. Don't allow Vshojo to take the offensive. Yeah. Take the offensive against Vshojo. Take it to them. Take it to their court. Push them. And I think that is the right emphasis as they go forward with this. And I'm sure there's lots of California attorneys that would help them. And frankly, if any of the girls needed any help finding a California attorney, I'm happy to try to hook them up and recommend them for them. But that said, I think the girls do need to consider.
Yeah, that would make a really good South Park episode.
What?
If they did a VTuber thing.
Oh my god, that'd be so fun. I just wonder how you can make it work. Well, they did a thing with PewDiePie way back in the day too.
Yeah, I'm liking your idea there, Star Nova.
Their options
be
and speak with local
fun.
attorneys. Beyond that, this is a big one, especially after the case on
South
stream.
Park
I think
VTubers.
they need to really worry about Vshojo declaring
Yeah. Well, they already did bankruptcy.
because based on the
Sorry, I'm going back to that South Park idea. What VTubers do you think would they use? Because okay, they
Kirsha.
You think Kirsha?
Kirsha, Pippa. Yeah, Kirsha.
Who's like the most popular like VTubers that they would?
Iron Mouse.
Iron Mouse. Well, I feel like Nux would be perfect in South Park. Yes, you got the same brain as I do. I'm gonna try to say your name. Asterlinix. Asterlinix. Am I saying it right? Asterlinix. Nix. I'm gonna call you Nixie.
All right, back on track.
financial situation, as explained by the JP CEO, it looks like they're not doing good.
Descu.
And what I am worried, and the strategy that came out of Case on Stream, which I think is putting together, is they are not paying the independent contractors because they're planning to declare bankruptcy. I have seen this before as corporate counsel, as evil corporate counsel from my back days when I did.
He's trying to get his soul back from his evil oil lawyer days.
Aww.
That is something corporations do. When they're going under, they stop paying out because they know they're just going to declare bankruptcy. And what happens when you declare bankruptcy? Well, there's two types of debt. There's secured debt and there's unsecured debt. Secured debt.
Okay, like secured debt, like the car. When I signed that loan for the car, it's a secured debt. Because if I don't make payments on it, they can come by and take it. My house is secured debt. And the thing is with Vshojo and their bankruptcy, do you remember a couple years ago there was a big truck company, Yellow, that went out of business?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay. Thing was, Yellow, they went through what's called Chapter 11 bankruptcy, where Yellow's still technically around. They have I think it's like a brokerage firm they still operate, but everything else shut down. And as far as their bankruptcy, they could sell stuff off to pay their debts. Like, for instance, trucks, like trailers, land, because my company bought a ton of like old terminals. But they bought a shit ton of terminals. They could make that money back, and that's what they did to pay off a lot of the debt that Yellow had at the time. What the fuck does Vshojo own? One little office space, a desk, and a stapler? And they're $11 million in debt?
And also, Yellow wasn't screwing over their employees the same way.
Yes and no.
Not as bad, at least.
They were trying not to pay their retirement. They tried to not pay their health care for a month, and they almost got a strike on that.
Okay.
But there's a lot of... That's a long...
The trucky potatoey.
Chibi be good in South Park.
Ooh. Oh yeah, is she the one with the googly eyes?
Yeah.
That's just a cute one.
That's full-blown autism right there.
Good as that's and the therapy. The hot take, I could probably solo Hololiver's job in under $400. Nice.
But yeah, like I said, what do they own in Vshojo? I mean, just the name brand.
Yeah.
Oh, they could sell the right to trademark. Nux should buy it.
Nux should buy the trademark.
They buy the right to the logo, just hanging on his wall as the enemy of his head. Enemy on his wall.
That would be so funny.
We should do that. Have a phone raiser just to buy the logo and send it to Nux. He owns the right to it.
That gets paid first. The stuff like mortgages or something like a lien on a car, right? It's secured by something. There's something they can take. That's paid first. Then there's going to be employees' wages. Those are paid. But anything else, including independent contractors, is unsecured and dischargeable. So the big thing they're banking for is to get to discharge the payments because they label them as independent contractors. That's their strategy.
No, this video's already long. No, let him read that. No.
Okay.
I mean, I see it clear as day. And to me, the question is not only are they going to declare bankruptcy, it's how quickly are they going to declare bankruptcy. In fact, if I was the CEO of Vshojo, I'd be running right now into the bankruptcy court to declare it right now so they can see.
Hey,
so they
he
can
gave
stop
them he gave
payments.
them
And now that would put it on.
He gave them advice.
Well, like you say, an unsecured debt, like my credit card's unsecured debt. If you file bankruptcy, it's unsecured. Well, we'll just wipe it out because it's unsecured. But like,
didn't my dad file bankruptcy before he died too?
Yeah, a year before he died. And that's why interest rates on credit cards are so high because it's unsecured debt.
And also, I should not be liable for any credit card debts that he had when he died.
Nope.
So those assholes need to stop pestering me.
Oh, yeah, they sent you and your mother a fucking bill.
Yeah, trying to, we want to get information on their debt, blah, 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 blah.
Them to battle back. That would put on the talents. So I think the Vshojo response is going to be to immediately declare bankruptcy. And why is that? They lost their largest talent. There's no way they can financially recover. You can't explain to me how Vshojo, who is already losing money by the own admission of their staff, by the own admission of the JP CEO, is already losing money. They're already not able to pay. And suddenly they're going to lose all their talent and be able to pay? No one's going to give this company a loan, especially with this bad PR. Are you kidding me? No. This is a clear bankruptcy scenario. And
you can get a loan from the mafia.
Oh.
Don't mind the center blocks where don't mind their feet in the cement.
What mafia is in Chicago?
In San Francisco.
Sorry, get them mixed up.
Chicago's full.
I meant California.
They're going to try to discharge that. Now,
there's
a little ray of hope, a tiny little smidgen of hope, right? Is that there is a special exemption for unpaid commissions to independent contractors. So debt qualifies for priority status, meaning it gets higher status than unsecured debt, if during the 12 months before the bankruptcy, 75% of the contractor's own earnings were from the debtor. So in this case, that would apply to most of the girls, I imagine. Now, maybe they have other earnings or other money from elsewhere, but if they were making most of their money from Vshojo, that is a big exemption that could fly in.
What do you mean by that? The bots are attacking? They're just saying hi. I don't mind the bots.
I don't think mobs or anything, cartel members are gonna
log the money, loan him the money.
Yeah.
From a charity. Oh, yeah. I am bot
Once again, it doesn't guarantee they get paid out, but it does give a glimmer of hope if they go the bankruptcy route, which I think it's looking like right now. That's what I've got for today for the Fast Facts version, guys.
So that was all that.
Thank you for joining us for this video. Bye.
Let's go to the red video.
Thank you all for joining me. Please like, subscribe, and comment. It would make me very happy. Kiss, kiss, hug, hug.